All right, guys. Finally, it is cheerful, radiant, chirpy, and fabulous Friday. But you know, you and I need a full dose of E-Splash to put you in the right mood for the weekend.
Very correct. For everyone who has worked all week, you totally deserve the rest. Thanks for allowing us invade your home, your office, and your space this afternoon as we usher you into the weekend.
It's already looking good from this side. Come aboard and link up with us on socials. We are TVC Connect using the hashtag #TVC. You can also call in to be a part of our Friday experience. The numbers are right there on your screen. It's your jewel in the crown. It's the host with the most, your girlfriend next door. My name is Honeyfoot.
It is your girl, Arike, with the dimples.
Yes, and today you can call me Amanda Dara. That's all.
Oh, gee, no queen today.
No.
Here's what we have planned for you on this wonderful Friday. There's entertainment news coming up very soon. Celebrity birthday shout out. Then rewind where we'll take you through a quick history lesson of today in entertainment history.
And there's also Tweetville where Arike will take us through some Tweetville humor and savagery.
We will have two artists perform live on today's Performance Friday edition, and then our chit chat segment where our special guest will join us on the couch.
Yes, indeed. And later we'll show an appreciation on the True It Off segment. Then we'll bring you a recap of all that you might have missed in the news. Then there'll be Daily Top 5 where we'll be finding out 5 ways to plan your event yourself, after which we'll be taking some self-requests for the week. Now let's do this, shall we?
Yes!
We'll be back
Yes!
with the news. You won't let me out, but you let me out.
I don't need to say.
This is my favorite Davido song.
Oh, really?
Honestly, my favorite.
I'll say one of my favorites. I'll say
one of the favorite, because there are some times that you just forget the other songs.
No.
Then you listen to them or you hear them somewhere and like,
This
oh,
particular
I love this one too.
I think my
It's
favorite
evergreen.
Davido song is Feel Alright to date.
wow.
Feel Alright, way back. But I love Nwa Baby, absolutely. And we're talking about him, of course. Welcome to Entertainment News. Now, this one is special, says Davido, Mr. Nwa Baby. Now, it's no longer news that Davido is gearing up to get married to his longtime girlfriend, Chioma Rowland, next year. Now, you also know that many have speculated that Chioma is pregnant. Well, the music star was asked about the pregnancy during a recent interview, and he simply replied, saying, and I quote, "Wait and see now, this one is special." Now, in quotes, this one is special statement as a whoever caused reactions from Davido's baby mamas, Sophia Momodu and Amanda. Not Amanda Dara, but Amanda. Both of them shared pictures of their daughters on their respective Instagram pages, a move many have taken to be a reaction to Davido's statement. Now, Sophia put up a picture of Imade writing, you are so special, while Amanda also put up a picture of her own daughter, Hailey, with the write-up, the most special baby. Look, everyone is special, okay?
This is just dramatic.
Like,
I think they took it like too literal, or they took it, there's so much insecurity. I smell so much insecurity in those posts. I mean, nobody's arguing that your baby is not special. And I even just watched the interview and I saw that they were asking Davido, this was on Beat FM, they were asking him, also tell us, when is the wedding going to happen? He was like, soon. He was very, he was trying to shrug it off. Then he now said, and I said, okay, what about Chioma? Is she expecting? And he was also trying to shrug it off. I'm like, come on, you revealed stuff about your last baby. Say, yes, I know, but this one is special. Like, not the baby special, like this announcement is special. This is special to me. And that's allowed. That's his girlfriend. That's the person who he wants to marry. So I don't understand why the Amanda and
you mean your namesake and
the other baby mama is doing that.
So what do I think about this? I think that when you have 1, 2, 3 people, like a crowd already, there is no how you would not have this drama. So somebody is jealous, somebody is thinking you're putting more attention to another thing and then you're not.
Sure.
So it's just expected, it is expected, but then they should just be matured about it, because there is... Because as you said, he didn't mean it in that context. Not saying that his child is special, than they're just saying that this situation is special. And perhaps it was just looking for words to use, because you know how people just hold you to your word, especially when it is during an interview and you're just being careful. It could be, but then drama.
No trophy for the most special baby.
Exactly.
Wow, everybody is special. We're special too. Hashtag we're special.
Everybody is special. All right, Tiwa Savage celebrates Yemi Alade's new album, Woman of Steel. Nigerian singer Tiwa Savage surprised many fans as she took to her Instagram story to celebrate Yemi Alade's new album. Tiwa Savage put up Yemi Alade's album cover with the write-up. Been meaning to post this for a few days now, but been so caught up. Huge congrats on a great body of work at Yemi Alade. For sure, you be Woman of Steel. So, can fans chill now? Yeah.
Honestly.
Can they? Arike, I read something on your face, and this thing is not...
Monica just called me out on live TV.
Because I know your expressions. I know you too well like that. Yeah. So tell me, what were you thinking? Why was your face like that?
No, I was just like, wow, fantastic, interesting.
To be honest, I actually saw that Yemi Alade even reposted this story on her page. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, I love the fact that Tiwa Savage is congratulating her fellow female artist. I mean, it's expected, yes. You see, the thing is, fans said that there was beef, right? And they were looking for beef. Maybe this is their own way of saying we're just two artists.
Or maybe this is their way of letting us do the whole Davido and Wizkid PR thing. How about that? You know, I always try to look at these things from the PR angle.
Because she just dropped
it's a
her
great
own...
move. She just dropped her own album, you know, post Yemi Alade's own so that fans can talk and be like, oh, she even posted Yemi Alade, da-da-da. And it just goes on like that. Well, whatever it is, I'm glad that she posted Yemi Alade's
I think it was
album
a mature
cover.
move.
I felt like, you know, it's a good thing.
I feel like it was a mature move, but like, it doesn't change anything.
How
If
about
she posted, if she didn't post, it's still like her album that we're looking at.
How about
Yemi Alade's
people-
album we're also looking at. They're two separate people.
How about people who think that story is different from feed?
Wow.
Angusha.
So here's the thing. I feel like people who think story is different from feed are entitled. She doesn't even have to put it on her story in the first place. There is no right. There is no written down law stating that because you dropped an album and Yemi Alade dropped an album, you have to put it so you look like a more mature person. If she's deciding to put it, it's because she wants to put it. Wherever she wants to put it, if she even wants to write it on a tweet, whatever it is she wants to do, it's her business, and I don't think it is about feed or story. That's just a level of entitlement right there.
Okay. But I'm glad she did at least. And there's no beef, guys. There's no beef. I think everything is cool on that end. So,
Arike has a rethink. It's good. It's good.
Wow, wow.
All right, moving on to some foreign news. Finally, Nicki Minaj is set to retire from music. Ooh, American rapper Nicki Minaj has shocked her fans all over the world as she has announced that she's retiring from music to concentrate on starting a family. Nicki Minaj, who is 36 years old and has been active in the music since 2004, took to her Twitter page to make the announcement, writing, and I quote, "I've decided to retire and I have my family. I know you guys are happy now. To my fans, keep repping me. Do it till the death of me. X in the bus. Cause ain't nobody checking me." Oh, she's rapping there. Love you for life. Nicki Minaj, who has also changed her Twitter name to Mrs. Petty, is set to get married to her boyfriend Kenneth Perry, and the two have already gotten their marriage license. Yes, they're set to marry in about 80 days or so. That's two and a half.
They had to change it at some point because she was busy.
Retiring from music, not even taking a break. Really? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like if she said, oh, you know, I'm taking it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not Nicki Minaj. It's her life. And if it makes her happy, I mean,
do you?
You know, be my guest. But I'm just, as a fan, I'm just like, ugh. Well, we don't want to hear you retiring now. We just want to hear, okay, you're going on a break to, you know, start up a family and whatever it is, and we expect something from you, but not now, not anytime soon. But saying retiring, like, we're never going to hear a new, you know, jam from you. Okay, I'll just say it.
So the way I see it, though, I feel like she has been in the music industry for a decade. And, you know, with other, like, career paths, you can say that you're going to be in the industry, in your industry, maybe 30, 35 years, you get promoted. In an industry like music, everything just happens in that 10 years. It's such a fast life. You have achieved so much. She has sold about 100 million in albums already. She has won so many awards. She has done so much in these 10 years that some people in other career paths are taking 50 years to achieve. live. So if she wants to calm down, she's going to be getting royalties till she dies anyways. So she has other businesses that she's doing. I feel like if she feels personally this is where she wants to
Draw the curtains
and bow and take a bow, then it's okay. It's
So some people think that you're going to just take this with a pinch of salt, like she's not serious about it. She's going to come back tomorrow and say that. I mean, so that is actually expected, because the other day we had Waje on the show, and Waje was at some point talking about her frustration about music and all that, and she came back, and I asked her to apologize, and she was so sorry. She apologized. She said it was the way she felt at that point. So, well, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and see what goes on with this. But then there is no bad thing in, cheating and just, putting attention to your family. There is no bad thing there. I think that's because she just wants to get married. She wants to, focus on other things. And then she said another thing. She said that, are you happy now?
Yeah, I was wondering.
So that part, I think that one has the Cardi B stuff in it.
Yes.
That part where they started fighting and people were comparing, and she was obviously tired of it because it was very obvious. Nicki Minaj started making some songs, and it was you could hear from that she was frustrated about it. So it could also be something of that sort. So coupled with it, it might be, yes, I want to take a break, settle with my family, then I'm frustrated a bit. I mean, how can you be comparing someone with me and all that, or to me? So I don't know.
On her Twitter page, she did apologize for the way she came out about it, the way she just wrote a tweet about it, rather. And she said she was going to come out with something more formal to explain herself. And she's even going to go to say some stuff on her radio interview, Queen's Radio. That's her podcast that she's hosting. So maybe we'll get some more information about that when she talks about
Fingers
it.
crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, but we're going to miss her, though.
Yeah.
We're going to miss Nicki Minaj singing, honestly. All right. Rapping.
Oh, she sings too, though. Yeah, true.
Singing and rapping, both of them. All right, that's it on the entertainment news. It is now time for celebrity birthday shout-outs. Now, celebrating today are the following people: English actor, producer, musician, and DJ Idris Elba. 47 today, guys.
Happy birthday.
Everybody's crush.
Let it not be as if I know wish happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So
I'm done.
I've
moved on.
We're crushing on.
Idris Elba.
Everybody was crushing on Idris Elba.
Bisola crushes on Idris Elba.
No.
Oh, really?
So Bisola is crushing on two people. At the time, she was confused. But it was his main chick.
Oh, really?
But
I never heard yours. I never even heard yours.
Wow, guys.
Idris Elba, I gave you my all, and then at the end of the day, you just show up with another woman and you get married like that. You didn't even slide into my DM. You never responded to my comments.
Okay, so guys, it's safe to say that Idris Elba is breaking hearts up and down, but then he's married. He has been recently married too. So ladies, back off, guys. Back off, all right?
I already moved on.
Also celebrating today is American actress, talk show host, singer, and dancer, Rosie Perez.
Happy
and
birthday.
You might remember her as a former co-host of The View. Yes, she turns 55 today.
Wow.
Yes, happy birthday, and happy birthday to everyone celebrating today. We celebrate it here on E-Splash, and we can only wish you the best. Enjoy, okay? Ege.
On the This is E-Splash, Ege, okay?
All right.
All right, guys, we just gave you back-to-back some best vibes right there, just to get you into the weekend. You get? Welcome.
Right.
All right, this is Tweetville, where we bring you all the fun and savagery from the world of social media. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Ayotinde Tija says, you were eating, then you received a message, and I quote, "It's over between us. Be honest, will you continue eating?" That's a eating. Will you continue eating? The response then killed me. When I'm not mad, I'll first drop the phone and finish the food. I can't start begging with an empty stomach. Honestly, this thing, I can relate, because when you're eating, that message will first of all throw you off. You know how they say a message from the right person or the wrong person can either make your day or just ruin your day. So that food will not go again. That's a natural thing, especially if you are in love with the person. But, well, Ilorin boy, every Ilorin boy, avoid them, okay? Okay? They've told you that they will drop the phone, eat first, because when you want to beg, you have to be pompous, you have to be healthy, you have to be buff to beg.
So some people
you cannot
really
be
like
begging
food.
with empty stomach.
Some people really like food in this life. So somebody told me before that if they called him and told him that his father died, that he'll first of all go and, if he was on his way to, that he'll first of all go and eat.
Wow.
And then he will now go there. So imagine, you now call that person because of relationship. See the father-son relationship. You now call the person that
Because of
you are not
romantic
that you are not doing again. You will balance well.
Dear women, if a man cannot starve his belly just to have you back,
Oh my God.
Don't
Or it
do
might
it.
just
He
be a
doesn't
late
love
reaction. It might just be a
doesn't
late
love you.
reaction.
I
Because
am guessing you are a protege to somebody on Twitter, but I will not say more than that. I will leave it.
All right, moving on to the next thing. So, okay, so this very confusing handle
Tired boy.
says, girls suck at cuddling 3 minutes, and they'll be like, I got a question. Don't worry, this is me. Like, when you feel the love, you know, be like, babe, I want to, then you're not playing with the wrist. I want to ask you a question. Don't ruin it. Most of the time, it's like, don't ask.
Are you sure? Are you sure about us?
Like,
is this really what you want? So the guy will just be there rolling his eyes like, oh.
Why are
I
girls always
started.
like this? So, guys, I have a response for you. So you just face and say, why now? Why do you want to ask that question now?
No, why do you want to ruin
Is
it?
the right atmosphere to be
Bros,
sure?
it's
you
the
know?
right. Thank you, my
3
sister.
minutes of cuddling. Do you know how many percentage of walls you have broken down?
The guy will start avoiding it too.
Do you know how many times I've heard your heart beat by the time I put my head on your chest?
I'm good.
I have to be knowing whether it is for me or it's for another person that I have to do big. Okay?
Insecurity.
Thanks. Moving on to the next tweet. Please thank me later, girls. I know you're already like, I'm good. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
This face, honestly, I have done this before. And not just on the bus. Let me read it for you. Me, when a baby is looking at me in the bus and his mother is facing the other way, mine is not just in the bus, even in church. when the baby, you know those babies that just stand in front of you and be like,
You two be copying the baby.
Auntie, why are you looking at me? I'm not like, this carry your face.
This expression is horrible.
What? Can I please ask this for you? No, there's always this.
That's the baby.
The baby not like this.
Oh my goodness. You people are evil. For me, I just smile at babies.
I smile. I just smile.
See, there are some babies there.
Baby talk. Do you do that baby talk thing? No, do cute.
What's that?
But you know what?
The baby talk I know is but yo, you know?
I can't stop doing this. You know why? Because one day I was on vacation and then I was having breakfast and this, I don't know where she's from, you know, different people from different.
Yeah.
So a child, cute, she was just passing and then our eyes met. And guess what? She just smiled. That smile was hard to
warm
like,
your
I had
heart.
to smile back. Like, I'm like, they thought this girl, like,
Babies are the
I can touch
cutest.
my heart like that. It's a lot. Okay? Baby, smile and keep it moving. Don't smile and be looking at me. Okay, now then what's up? You.
And I'm sorry to
There
say,
is
you
not
see,
my real
some
face,
Nigerian
so.
babies are facing the same hardship that we are facing. You see some foreign babies, they're smiling. Oh, cute baby.
Oh, my
no,
God.
oh. This one, you be like, cute baby. It's like, I'm not playing with you. I never chopped today.
I can't do this.
leave me alone, please.
Moving on to the next, it says, it's not only fish and beans that gives protein. When ATM is counting money, the sound is balanced diet.
You know when you're just
Sweet
hearing
in my
that sound.
belly, make me they want. See, I love that sound. Please
Just
come
be
out,
thinking
come
of
out,
everything
come
you find.
out. When the money now comes out, you're like,
The smell
I've achieved
says.
it. But sometimes it's when it's someone's ATM
If
that
you
you're
clean
using.
notes, Abby.
It's not even the smell. But the thing is that if you have worked so hard and then where the money is going to,
No, that was a different one.
And then you're
that one, you're
withdrawing.
removing everything in your account.
That's what I'm saying. That is when somebody give you their own ATM card, then you let them go to the ATM to withdraw for your safe, not for them. That is when it's sweet. Because as money is coming out, it's sweet, but it's still my account. Account balance, I'm low. Okay? So please share your ATM card, okay? I'm very, very good with them. Daycare. All right, last one says me. What is my salary, sir? Interviewer, 60K for now. It will be increased to 200K later. Me, okay. I'll apply later then.
Because that later.
Do you guys want to say anything?
If you know, you know. Because that later.
My sister, it has happened to me
You might
before.
have 3 children,
6 months.
2 grandchildren.
That is when they will not know that they want to be doing appraisal every week. You are not doing this, you are not doing this. Forget. If it's not 200, let's not even work. Okay. No, but guys, I'm telling you, be hard working. Okay,
No,
when
but
they
take
say
the
60,
60K.
take the 60 and work to end the 200, okay?
Take the 60, but don't think of that 200. Just forget about it.
Just be working.
Just be working. Then
Or look for a side hustle. Start selling something with your 60K salary.
Yeah.
Let them people say I'm not doing something for you. Well, on that note, that's it.
Some people will still think that you're not doing anything for them, but because with the 60K, they will say, they don't know that you have to start with what you have at that point. So they'll say, it's not enough now. You people will be saying,
start from somewhere.
My brothers, if you have to start from Lagos market, go there, buy bend down select. From there, you upgrade to from first grade, like that. You start doing.
So you have a store.
International
and you have
stuff,
a mall.
and you have a store.
Okay.
You may own your mall. It's like that, okay? That's it on Tweeville, guys. We'll take a break now, and we'll be back with our first artist performance, okay? Stay here with us.
When you don't sleep, use your head. When I'm hungry, I dey vex quick, use your head. Nowadays, but no they look face, use your head. Senior man, now their iPhone, use your head. Politician, where they exam, use your head. Awareness, no because, use your head. Bros, you dey form gangster, your mate dey for corner, just dey drink cancer. And when your problem stop, and there another man start. Look my face, sir, than the tea, now restart, use your head. BY boys get boundary, use your head. Bobby, how you dey be, use your head. Bros, how you dey be, use your head. See, bread no dey sweet if you no put akara. Ha! I no get bread, now make my girlfriend dey shakara. She has say I don't know how much she want to take pangmana. She be like somebody where they dance. One corner, she dey for corner, the eye, they take a pangmana. Use your head, where they take, you no get sister. When you hammer, you go get it 6-5. Game where you dey play, you no get brother. Fine girl, today. Baby, we go break 'em today. Boy, them not delay. Tell him Mr. DJ make you put it on replay. I want be now. He's there. I say we dey craze for ya. He's there. I say we dey sing for ya. He's there. See.
Thank you so much for staying here with us. It is still E-Splash here, and we told you about our performance, and you just watched it. His name is Danity, and is already on the couch with us.
Yeah, and you checked out his performance.
So, what's up? How you guys doing?
We're good. Your energy.
Fine. All right. I like the energy.
And I love the use your head. Like,
Yeah.
You just need to use your head in life. If you don't use your head, you know day now. You check out now.
Interesting. So for how long have you been doing music professionally?
Yeah, it's been long. It all started way back in primaries. I mean, when I was in my secondaries, trying to see how I can put things in order. It gets to a particular time, I had to stop. It has to be my own self, not singing of other people's song again. So I did something on my own, professionally. You understand? I did something on my own. That was year 2013.
Interesting.
Getting to, let me see, I just, within myself, I said I have to take it to the next level. And that's here, you see, use your head all over. That's just it.
Okay, so that's about 7 years since you started professionally singing your own
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
So
yeah.
how's it been long? Since then and now?
It has been really hard. What is hard, you know, another kind of thing. I think we're very, very hard, but I just want to use this opportunity to thank my record label for coming in, because they are the people behind the camera that what you're seeing, that use your head you're seeing right now, because if no be them, if I need to hear, use your head for here. I just want to use this opportunity to thank them. That's it.
Danity, now you're thanking your record label.
Yeah.
And I hope that in years to come,
You'll not be
will not
fighting.
hear that you guys after.
That's anywhere I go, they keep asking me this question.
No, it's the truth.
Artists, very soon, you will now blow. You will now say what's the contracts you signed.
They didn't pay me
Did
enough.
not.
This one didn't happen.
Now it's on record though, that you are thanking them.
Yeah, it's normal. To me, I'm not even thinking about the money now. I'm thinking about the fame, because I felt within myself that when the fame comes, money comes. You understand? Maybe when that time comes, the time will call for itself. That's the way.
But should the time ever call for it to come and start fighting your record label or, your agency? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're
An
trying to say.
agreement is an agreement. So do
Yeah.
you think that,
There should ever be a time, a set time.
Well,
to
yeah,
do it.
whenever I keep talking about this record label issue, I have this bold confidence, because that's just because of the way that's because of my kind of CEO. I mean, the kind of CEO I have is that kind of understanding type. It's not that type that it must be me. It must be me, as in, it's not selfish. You understand? You
I like
understand
that.
other person's feelings. You know that, yeah, this is what my artist need. And that's why I keep bragging about my CEO all the time. This question is just normal question to me. You understand? That's
Love the confidence.
Where are you
yeah,
from? If
I'm
I may
from,
ask.
I'm a Bayasan. I'm from Southern Nigeria local government area, Bayelsa. So I'm proud to be Bayasan. You know that.
What's
kind
your
of
real
thing.
name?
My real name is Daniel. That's the name given to me by my mom and dad. But based on music stuff, now I just had the T to spice out, make it than the T. Now it be now.
Okay, interesting. So now we're glad that, Use Your Head is everywhere. But to follow up with you, how do we get in touch with you?
You get in touch with me on Instagram, Danity Sorimo, Facebook, Danity Sorimo, Twitter, everything, Danity
Spell it
Sorimo.
too.
The Sorimo is Sorimo.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
it.
Danity
We wish you all the
Sorimo.
best with your music. And well done with Use Your Head. It's a jam.
I like
thank you
your
for coming
energy
as
too.
well.
Use it. Maybe after everything, you go and listen to it carefully. It's not just a song. It's a song trying to pass a message to the world, to the public. Maybe only when you carry money, give person, you don't
I
do
get
something
you.
for him now.
Nice.
All right, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you very much. All right, we'll go on a music break and we'll be back with more E-Splash. Keep it locked, guys. Would you believe if I tell you, say you're the one for me?
Okay, guys.
Hey.
The real song you just heard is Ajay by Davido. But this
Wow.
one was the lyrics, perhaps. But yes, you heard it first on E-Splash.
You did not even give us rating to say remix, not the lyrics, it's the remix.
Oh my
Remake.
goodness.
Somebody fell out of that. It was supposed to
It's
sing.
lyrics.
Oh, lyrics.
Wow.
On this note, guys, the first half of the show is over. Now, still to come, we have the entertainment news recap and a special guest in the building for our Friday chit chat. We also have daily top 5 and selfie requests. Yes, it's a packed one. So see you guys in the 1 o'clock hour.
Ajay.
So we are back.
Yes.
We are.
All right, and then you were so deeply talking about terms, you were talking about the song, and you said that she's even, because she did one song that you didn't know that it was her.
Yeah, I feel like her songs are still bigger than her name. But then with time and consistency, she
like,
might
people
both of them
know
up.
her,
Which I think is a plus. When somebody says your song is bigger, if you're just coming out and they don't know it, but they know your song, but then you have to quickly do something to match up with that.
Definitely.
But somebody comparing her to Cynthia Morgan, don't you think that's...
Honestly,
Do you want to go there?
I'm a Cynthia Morgan fan, and I would just say that it's a tough one for me right now. Thames is hot. Thames is hot. Like, Mr. Rebel made me listen to every other song that she has, and
Mr. Rebel.
it is don't worry.
Okay, so I think this is one person we should watch out for.
Definitely.
Yes. So far we've brought you the news, rewind, treat view, and an artist performance. Now it's time to treat off in a minute or less. One of us tell the house what she's happy for. It's Thanksgiving Friday, guys.
Well, happy, but I think you're the happiest.
Okay, I'm about to go spiritual.
Okay.
It's funny, I mean, I'm happy for the fact that I feel like I have a relationship with God, and this has helped me in every aspect of my life. Like, when things happen and I'm worried, I don't even get worried, so to speak. I just go to Him, and He's been God. He just listens, anything I want. And I always, like, I feel like I attack God to an extent.
Sister God is just so wonderful. Hallelujah.
Woo! Amen.
So I asked Him for something this week, and He did it for me yesterday, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. Like, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah.
I like.
E-Splash
Hallelujah.
Church.
We're
Okay,
happy
please,
for you.
offering.
Time for offering.
No worry, I'll collect it after this
My
show.
church members are poor.
We are not poor. And the thing is that you don't even keep to your promise. Every time you say you buy us lunch, you never buy us lunch.
there.
You
Are you
don't
buying
ever
us
Ask
say it.
OJ. Ask OJ.
It's only OJ because no other person can speak for you.
Ask for Ladele.
Foladele.
Yes.
No, but she has bought me lunch once, Sha.
Once. A long time ago.
No.
Bye, guys.
On that note, it's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news.
Okay, we talked about Davido. Yes, he says, I mean, his baby mamas react to the singers. This one is special comment.
Alrighty, Tiwa Savage celebrates Yemi Alade's new album, Woman of Steel.
Yes, indeed. And Nicki Minaj set to retire from music.
Okay, so we'll take a break now and we'll be back shortly with our guest. I'm sure you don't even want to miss this for the world, so you better stick around. Alrighty, thank you so much for staying here with us. And we told you that we've got some special guests right here in the studio. If you have been following the show for a while now, that you know that Fridays like this, we bring some BBN ex-housemates to the show from the Pepper Dem gang. And today we've got Esther and Sir D.
How you
Love
doing?
it. The real Pepper.
Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Before we go into proper questions, you know, when they were asking you guys what type of peppers you were, some people were saying they're tatashis and stuff. What kind of peppers are you guys though? I don't even remember. Are you rodo? Are you tatashi? Are you black pepper? Chili?
I wish I had prepared for this one. I've not been asked this question before.
I remember I was asked this question and I don't remember what I said.
Oh my God!
Yeah, wow.
Someone cue me in. What's the hottest pepper out there?
Rodo.
It's Rodo.
Really?
Ocean Bush.
No, Rodo is hot. Rodo is hot.
All
Rodo is
right,
hot.
no problem. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
hottest.
get into it.
All right, so I'm excited about this one. Sardi for the games there. So, Sardi,
Yes.
I'm coming to you to tell you that you have fans out there and they loved you, but they just didn't feel that Sardi. What happened in the house? You were really laid back. You were very quiet. At some point, you started to pick up, and we were all, you know, that was when Silama came on the show and she was like, Sadi is in my top 5 right now. Like, there's every possibility he's going to win the show. And then all of a sudden, he just went quiet again. What happened?
It's when I came out, I heard I was quiet, so I'm confused. I thought I used to play a lot in the
Oh,
house.
wow.
Really?
I was quiet.
You slept a lot.
At that point, I was sick. I was trying not to be in people's faces and be mushy and everything. But let's not dwell on that.
Mushy.
I'm not the kind of person to be in people's faces in terms of confrontation. It seems like that's what people wanted when I got out. People felt like I should have been more outspoken when it comes to fights and stuff. But how I handle it is how I naturally handle anything, even out on the outside. I do not like to shout when I don't feel I'm being listened to. So I'll just walk away. When I feel like I would deliver what my message, then I would speak.
Esther, okay, wow. I was going to say, Esther has been a bit quiet. So, Esther, let's talk to you. You were the first female head of house.
Yes.
And then you had that twice. Like, how did that feel?
Felt amazing. It felt really good. The first time, I remember the challenge and we were first asked to go to the garden and then we stepped back in and then Biggie
We need you to
announced.
be more audible.
I remember the first challenge. Biggie told us to go to the garden and then we had to go back into the house and we were wondering what exactly was going on. And then he passed the information and in my head I was thinking that, okay, I have a fair shot at this. I wasn't all too sure that I was going to win, but I knew that I was going to get to the end at least, probably the third or something. And when I won, I was... I mean,
Yeah, we can see you were excited.
I was, because I just felt like the kind of challenges we were going to be given for HOH would involve physical stuffs. If you have steady hands or you're good with your hands, and it felt good to win something.
Right. On the
Interesting.
contrary to Sadi, who we thought was a bit quiet, you were involved in quite a lot of drama. I mean, with Frodd, some people are saying that you took Nelson away from Diane, you know. So what exactly was your love, you know, I don't know what else to call it, a triangle, a square? What was going on in the house? Who was your love interest? Because, you know, we know that you shattered Frodd's heart, and then we heard that he was washing your underwear. Meanwhile, you know, you're liking Nelson. What was going on?
I don't even know where to start with that. Okay, first of all, I did not take Nelson from anybody.
But did you like Nelson?
Yeah, we were good. It was cool.
Don't be diplomatic. Did you like him? Like, you know, we all like you, but like in an extra way. Did you feel
In an
like...
extra way.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
You said in an extra way. I like Nelson, yes.
Okay, so the gist was, okay, let me now be real. The gist was that Diane shared her feelings about Nelson with you. You asked her, who do you like in this house? And she said Nelson. And then the next thing you did was to now befriend Nelson and become close to him. Was that what happened?
Wow.
Oh, no.
No, that was not what happened. I was already talking to Nelson from the first week. So it had nothing to do with Diane expressing her feelings towards Nelson, to me, I was already talking with Nelson from the first week.
So according to Twitter poll, it was actually, one would think that a lot of people were anticipating your exit already from the house. And that's because of the relationship you had with Frodd. I mean, a lot of people were already looking forward to that. And it's, in fact, it is that you were the least liked, or you had the least liked, So I wonder what you think about this. Did you get that feeling when you got out of the house? And what do you think?
Going into the house, I had nobody. I was just a regular person. I went into the house with like 1K, 3 followers, I think. And I don't know anybody famous like that. So it was basically just me and whoever likes me going into the house. And I just knew that at a point I just felt like, and I had this conversation with Sardi, that if you're up regularly, if you're up for possible eviction regularly, you stand a chance of staying longer in the house because your fan base would get stronger and people will be used to voting for you. But if you've not been up, there's a big chance that the first, second, third time you're up, then that's it. Yeah,
I see.
And
Interesting
I saw it coming.
Oh, wow.
Well, we have more questions for you, but then we'll go on this quick break and we'll be right back with more entertainment.
Hey, welcome back to Entertainment Splash. And before we went on the break, we had Sir D and Esther with us right here in the studio. And they're still here, right from the Pepper Them gang.
You know.
Okay, so
right,
we checked out some clips, and Sardi, at first, you said you were single. I already attacked you, saying, you liar, because we saw the video the day you came out.
Okay.
So was that the reason why you didn't get involved with anybody in the house? The fact that you're in a relationship and, you just wanted to...
Yes, of course.
Your girlfriend will be so proud of you. I'm also very proud of you.
Oh, thank you
But
very
what
much.
actually struck me
My
was,
sis.
I was reading your biography and you were talking about what you were going to do with the money if you won, the prize money.
Yeah.
And the very first thing you said was that you were going to take your brother and your family to go see your sister abroad.
Yeah.
Then the second thing you said was we are going to invest. It was quite interesting that the first thing you said was you're going to see your sister. Do you still feel that way? Why did you feel that way?
Same. I still feel that way, first of all. We in my family were really close. My sister has been regarded as my best friend, not just by me, but everybody who knows me. We are incredibly, incredibly close. And I haven't seen her in the past 4 years. Just video calls. My parents have gone twice now. I and my junior brother haven't gone to see her.
Why, though?
It's expensive.
Just checking.
Okay, sis.
I like that. That is so sweet.
Yeah, and Sir D, you said too that it wasn't the money for you, like the money was not that important. So what was important for you was like getting into the house and having new experiences, like people you don't know, then living with them and all that. So I find that particularly, surprising. How do you say that the money? Because one would think that that money is not a small something, and then one would think that you should be fixed. Your eyes should be fixed.
Should be fixed on money.
On the money.
Yeah, I'm one of the people who believe that money is a reward for passion. Money is a reward for things you enjoy. Money will always come. If you get into the Big Brother house, you've won something. You've won money. Whether you get it immediately, you come out or not. It's something that will always come. So at the end of the day, the experience is priceless. Money will come. Money will always come. Nobody's going to die broke. Or at least you will not die constantly hustling. If you are putting your mind to what you do, you will be blessed eventually.
That's true. Hallelujah.
Okay, so Esther, what plans do you have now? You're out of the house. Do you want to go back to Nelson? Because I feel like there's something there. The other day I asked Nelson, how do you feel now seeing Frodd cuddle up Esther? And I was like, it's cool.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But we didn't believe him.
But we didn't believe him because we just know. And with Frodd, you already gave him a shocker at some point when he said, I would like to do this. And they're like, it's not me. Oh. The person is out there. And I was like, my choice. So what are the plans you have? And also with your career and all that?
I'm going to start with my career because that is far more important right now. Right now, I'm trying to explore the entertainment industry. I have a passion for acting, and it's something I want to pursue. So majorly, that's it. But at the same time, I have a thing for fashion too. So, I'm looking towards establishing a fashion line or something related to
You
fashion.
also spoke about,
basically.
in the video that we watched, about having a sexual abuse foundation. Would you also still do
Yes,
that?
I still want to do that, but all of these things, it
Work
takes
together.
exactly.
Why-
It's going to take time, but
Why the Sexual Abuse Foundation? Have you gone through any?
I understand it.
Okay. All right, so I was going to ask Sardi. Sardi, quickly tell me, you said to Ebuka that you think that Omoshola will be the winner. Do you still feel that like
Oh, no,
that
I
way?
don't still think that. Apparently, social media will tell you what you should think. When you get out, social media would inform you.
So who do you think?
I think Thatcher would win.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about you, Esther?
Well, I want the lady to win.
So who?
Tata or Mercy? Based on social media.
Tat or Messi? So, Sardi, what are your future plans?
Entertainment also. Acting is something that apparently I enjoy doing.
Interesting.
I was acting in the house. How do you guys not know these things, though? I was acting in the house a lot. Yeah, so acting and hosting. I like to talk, and I want to hear people talk. So.
Austin.
All right, you want to take our jobs? That's cool.
Well,
Now, before we
Wedding
let
bells?
you go, though,
Are you married already? You're
before
showing
I
the
even talk
ring?
about wedding bells, he said something very interesting. He said that if he wasn't in a serious relationship, out of all the housemates, he would like to be with Esther.
is that what I told you?
Not me. That's not what you told me, but that's what you said.
Okay.
I would like to know
Yeah.
why you said so.
Esther is brilliant. For me, beauty is what attracts you, but your mind is what keeps a person. And Esther's mind is crazy brilliant. Esther
So
is
are you
brilliant.
saying Esther is not beautiful?
He said beauty would attract you,
I'm asking.
but the mind.
So our mind is good. Our mind is brilliant. Are
Her
you
inside
saying
is
that
I needed
Esther
to be
is not
attracted to have
beautiful?
found out that the mind was good. Look at her now. I'm not going to tell you she's beautiful.
So do you think
can.
That's like my best Zanku kind of thing. Like,
See,
yeah.
I need to launch my career in
Yeah,
hype.
you need to open a school.
In hype because I can't hype any.
Is it hype or
yes.
hype? Which one?
Oh my
Hype.
God! Wow.
It's hype. That is my own hype.
Wow.
It's H-I-P-E, please.
It's time to move on. It's time to move on, really. It's time for Daily Top 5. If you have an event to plan this weekend, then this one is for you. When it comes to organized events, you need to have a list of essentials that will make it a success. If you do not have that resource or the resources to employ an event planner, then here are 5 tips to look out for. And we're going to start with the first one. The first one is idea and concept. Yes. So once there is an upcoming event, you need to first come up with an idea of how you want the day to look. After the idea, conceptualization, move on to developing the concept of the event. The concept may include the design, location, amongst others. So guys.
I mean, do you want a pool party or do you want a house party or do you want a
why
dinner?
do you want
and why do
that?
you want that? You know,
know?
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And then you can also contact me. I'm your hype woman, okay? All right. Number 2 on the list is guests or invitees. Now, for your events, the guests and invitees should be taken into serious consideration, especially here in Nigeria, where it's a mugbamoya culture. Do you get? Like, we don't know the owner about or the event planner about. We're actually going to show. You need to ask yourself, who am I going to invite to this event? Will they show up? When will I be sending invites out to them? Consider all these things before, you know, because without the audience, you might not have a memorable event. Imagine setting up the cake and doing everything all by yourself. No one to even hold the phone to snap you.
Are they
It's
going to
that
have
bad.
+1? Because that +1 is +3 in real life.
You have to know who to invite. If I want a party of like 10 people, like I don't want something big, like a dinner, I know the people that I will not invite, because I know if I invite Amanda will come with Arike.
Like, might not be good, because this is a typical Nigerian
Honestly.
thing.
I will
So
invite
there will always be
Oladele.
people. So when you plan like that, I think you should just put some extra in case, just in case.
+1 equals to +1. All right,
Exactly.
moving on to the next tip, create an agenda. Now, after settling your concepts and estimated audience, start thinking about the agenda. You need to make up your mind if it's going to be an all-day event or not. How long will the event run? Will you need speakers? Will you need a DJ? Will you need a band?
Hype woman.
Not that you get there and then you're asking, where's the DJ? Or where is this? Where's that? Like, plan everything out. You know,
Yeah.
people are used to doing a lot of last-minute stuff. You know, I always wonder when I go to events and I'm seeing that maybe chairs are just coming in last
Or even
minute,
microphones
microphones and
Microphone.
stuff, like the little things. Since you're doing it yourself, you have to make sure you have that.
And those people that used to do party and will not get DJ. You cannot, if you cannot afford everybody, at least afford me. Okay?
I now don't
DJ
know
Dimples.
that. You now do so many things.
See, we have to, this money gotta be complete, okay?
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
so the next one is find the right venue. This is extremely important. For a conference or wedding ceremony, a large hall might be required. For a birthday bash, you might just need a large compound or a friend's place. To cut down expenses, it all depends on finding a venue that is convenient for the event. Is it going to be an outdoor, an indoor thing? You have to put that into consideration. I think that the weather too would have to be put into consideration because you don't want your event messed up.
That's true. Very.
If
That's
rain
a very
should
wise
just fall
one.
like this and you're doing pool party, people that don't want to enter water has beaten them already. You know, they're already wet. So you have to consider all these things. And finally,
Okay, yeah.
oh,
Finally.
you were going to say something?
No, it's just part of this previous tip. I was going to say, when you're considering the hall as well and you're considering the people, not because you want a crowd, you now squeeze everybody into that tight hall.
True.
Don't
true.
do that. It's not
That's
nice.
key. Okay. Let the AC work. Number 5 on the list is funds. What is life without money? Now, the funding of your events is probably the most important thing to consider. Without money, you can't even have that event. So get a budget and estimate it accurately. Then you have to be realistic and be prepared for any unforeseen occurrences, which might, necessitate you spending a little extra. So just money makes the world go around. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, no.
It does. You're right about that.
Okay. Let's see.
With these few points of ours.
We will be able to convince and not to confuse you that you can do it yourself.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You look
I'm
like
proud of
Siseko.
you.
Siseko.
Oh, with my
Siseko.
umbrella. This thing, yeah, I feel very arrogant with it, but
But you know, our montage is always a vibe.
It
Like,
is.
a
Like,
vibe.
always a vibe.
did you see the bed?
Yeah, as I was feeling you. DJ Dimples.
On the ways of steel.
Arike, you know I love you that much. And I'm one of the few people that will tell you the truth. Don't
I
start
should
this
not
DJ business. You can try hide.
I will start.
But you have not learned. How do you
From
even
my
mix?
phone, I will mix it.
Okay.
I will put on.
No, you can do
So
it,
I'm
but
in the
practice
middle.
well.
So
Yes.
it's good to have your opinion, but anything you want to follow your heart.
Yes.
Follow your
But you
passion.
have to practice well.
For an event, let me DJ, okay?
Not now.
Okay.
She's still practicing.
So are we going to talk about the winner of the self-request?
Yes, we're going to talk about the
Oh,
winner.
yeah.
So who did we pick?
There was, I think the first guy.
Yeah,
the
he
guy
did
with the
spoken word,
words.
yeah.
Yeah, I
that
think.
was actually nice.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
We liked it. So you won yourself a couple of tickets to go see Hobbs and Shaw. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, in jubilation.
Arika is in a mood today. Okay, it's time for us to discuss the high points of the week on the show. Who's going to go first?
You,
Okay.
ladies first.
What are you?
I'm Emma.
Wow. Okay, so my high points of the week on eSplash was on Wednesday. You know, when the gang was there. I wish you were there, Honeypots. We all stood, and during our intro, we spoke about xenophobia and how we're saying no to it. And the whole show was more of saying, unite Africa, one love, we're stand against this. It was really nice that in as much as we're doing a fun show and an entertainment show for you guys to enjoy, at the same time, we're also saying where we stand on very serious issues. I really liked that. That was my high point this week. What about you?
I'll say Monday, because first of all, Mondays, as it is with Mondays, we play games, and
Yeah, I know what's going on.
this is very, very good, because I won over OJ. I need to lay emphasis on that, please. OJ, I won OJ. Like, OJ was second. I was the winner. Like, I was the winner. I went home the winner. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Can I still say it?
No, I understand. It's okay. It's okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you take home? What was your compensation?
It's at the end of the month. We'll collect all the
But this week she was the winner.
So
I'm proud of you.
You know that feeling now, the first day of the week, being a winner, you just feel like everywhere you go
No,
to,
I understand. I totally
boundaries.
understand, because OJ brags about it too much.
Yes.
So you can be sure I am with you on this.
You get, and I think it's the reason why I got what I was looking for yesterday too. So everything was just really good for
Everything
me. The
soft.
game, then TSM. We're talking about mother-in-law and our mothers. Like, if you had one piece of meat left in the pot, and surprisingly the two of them show up, who are you going to give it to? That was really interesting. People had very ridiculous opinions, and someone said, "I'll give my mother because I'll tell her, shh, to swallow it before we go outside. Don't so that my mother-in-law will know. I don't know. It was a fun show
So
for
Monday
me,
was your
and
high point.
you know, I like it when we have good shows on Mondays. It just sets the entire week for me, and
Very
that's
true.
what it is for me.
Very true.
Okay, my high point. Okay, on Tuesday, I loved our daily top 5. I loved the fact that we talked about epic soundtrack. You know,
that was
we went
funny.
way back. You know, everyday people, checkmate. Yeah, and then it was beautiful, beautiful.
was.
And then on Thursday, you know, I always love Thursday because it's throwback, and I have this thing for throwback. I loved the show too, and Dami Crane was a vibe. It was on the
Yeah, he
show
was on the show
yesterday,
yesterday.
and it was a handful. Like we had to like, but then the energy was. But you know
When
Dami
I saw
Crane,
the
now that's
pictures,
Dami
I
Crane
was like,
every time.
oh, I wanted to see Dami Crane.
But I'm sure, I don't know if you would have been able to help yourself with Dami Crane.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dami
you
is
know,
very
Dami
energetic.
is very energetic, and then you know that Amanda is prim and proper, so Dami Crane is jumping up and down.
Dami's gonna
Please,
literally
hold
want
on.
to carry you. Honestly, that's the truth.
I think I would have enjoyed this vibe, actually.
All right,
Show,
so,
great show, yes. I mean, we do this just so that you guys can have a beautiful day at the end of the day, because we know how it can be during the week. You want to just work and forget about the week, but we make it really exciting for you guys. That's why we're here.
You say so ourselves.
Well, we have
Yeah.
to brag about it. We're the best entertainment show on live TV.
Tell
2
them.
hours, we take you through 120 minutes, and we don't bore you. Guys, you're the real MVP for watching too, okay? Thank you so
right.
much for watching. It's your girl, Arike with the dimples. And I say, be safe out there this weekend. Okay, don't party too much. If you have one, call me. And I'm your DJ.
I'm just going to take the humble approach and say thank you for watching. Thank you for paying our bills. At the end of the month, alert enters, so we're very humble. Please keep watching. You know, don't just don't go and say, Arike, don't put us in trouble. It's your girl, Amanda. See you next week.
All right, so my name is Honeypots. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, we'll be back stronger and better on Monday. All right, enjoy the rest of the weekend.
We can. Bye. Bye. Mr. Tarimi.